We're getting several calls from Johnson County, possibly active shooter at the Greenwood Park Mall, several subjects, possibly AK-47.
Several people, police confirm, have been injured in a shooting at the Greenwood Park Mall.
It is absolutely horrendous.
Police, come talk to us.
I seen somebody laying on the ground, and I just grabbed my kids and we ran.
Let's go ahead and declare this a mass casualty.
You can imagine the horror. The shooting happened, as we've told you, in the food court.
There was a fourth person who was killed in the incident here 24 hours ago last night, and that was the shooter. He was killed by an armed citizen, someone that police are calling a good Samaritan.
I cannot believe it. Can you believe there was an armed citizen there?
Nothing short of heroic.
He needs prayers because to take somebody's life is hard.
The tragedy of the Greenwood Park Mall shooting rocked our central Indiana community and became a touch point of national conversation as gun violence continues plaguing communities across the country. Now we're taking a closer look at how the shooting unfolded that day and looking at what we knew when we knew it. We'll start from inside the Greenwood Park Mall a little before 6 p.m. the night of Sunday, July 17th, where calls to the 911 County Dispatch Center in Johnson County reveal those first moments of terror from people who watched shots ring out.
Where's your emergency?
We're at the Greenwood Park Mall. Shots were just fired.
Shots fired in the Greenwood Park Mall?
Shots fired several times, sir, several times.
Where at? Do you know where?
Food court, in the food court. In the food court in the Greenwood Park Mall on US 31.
Okay, is anybody shot?
I don't know, sir. I ran. There's an active shooter in the Greenwood Mall, please.
What happened?
There's an active shooter.
An active shooter?
Yes, in the Greenwood Mall, please.
Where? Okay, ma'am, listen. Where in the mall is they? Where in the mall are they?
By the food court, there's 3 people dead.
By the food. Listen, by the food court.
Yes.
Okay. Is it a male? Listen, is it a male or a female? I need you to give me information.
Yes. From what I can tell, from what I see, it looks like a male.
A male? Okay, where's the male?
He's dead on the ground.
Okay. Is the male the one that was shooting?
Yes. There was a shooting at the Greenwood Mall.
Okay, how many shots have you heard?
There's like 15, 12. I don't know. There was just a lot of them.
Okay, what I need
Everyone ran.
Okay, you need to either hide somewhere or get away, okay?
We're leaving the building right now.
Okay, get out as fast as you can, okay? You can do that or you can hide. Location emergency. There's a shooting, an active shooting in the Greenwood Park Mall. We're outside the mall. In the food court? Yes. Did you see the shooter? No, we heard the guns going off and ran. We're hiding in the AT&T store. Okay. All right, stay hidden in the mall. We have help on the way. 911, where's your emergency? Yes, the Greenwood Mall. Active shooter. Do you know how many there are?
No. I'm walking with...
Where are you in the mall?
I don't have my purse. I can't breathe.
Where are you, ma'am?
I'm at the movie theater.
You're where?
I'm at the movie theater.
Okay.
Ringo Stadium. 14.
Okay, ma'am, are you injured? Are you shot? Okay, ma'am, we're trying to get help to you as fast as possible.
One second, I'm going to transfer to Johnson County.
Oh, the police is here already.
I got about 20 people coming out. Anybody heard in here? About 20 people. Go that way. Guys, let's go. Gotta move. Gotta move. Let's go.
Go.
Interrupting programming tonight for breaking news out of Greenwood, updating you on a story we first brought you during our 6 p.m. news. Several people, police confirm, have been injured in a shooting at the Greenwood Park Mall. That shooting happened just before 6 o'clock tonight. We also have just learned from police. They confirm that the shooter, the suspect in that shooting, has died. No confirmation yet on any other fatalities, but again, several people injured, and the gunman at the incident at Greenwood Park Mall has died. Want to give you a live look out at the scene and go to our Logan Gay, who just arrived there with some additional information. Logan, what are you learning?
Yeah, what I'm learning is that it's just a very confusing scene. Family members are out here looking for loved ones and trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm probably not going to be able to take any questions because there's still a lot of information I don't know and we don't know at this particular point.
What happened then when you see?
So we were in the food court and we heard loud gunshots. It was a bald, white, older male is all I seen. I don't know what happened after that. I seen somebody laying on the ground and I just grabbed my kids and we ran.
Did you hear shots fired? Or?
A ton of shots fired. Probably 20 shots fired.
What did everybody do?
Run.
So people were just eating normally, and all of a sudden...
And everybody started getting up and running. I got knocked down and separated from 2 of my kids. So, yeah, it was pretty scary.
What happened after that? You started running?
We were locked in a closet, and we barricaded it with tables and waited for the police to come and announce themselves to let us out.
It was just 5 hours ago that the shots rang out here in Johnson County. At the Greenwood Park Mall at 6 o'clock tonight, a man walked into the food court and he also had with him some ammunition. He went into the food court and then he started firing. He killed 3 people and he injured 2 more. Police say that's when a man with a handgun there, an armed citizen, shot and killed that original shooter. Police have identified that armed citizen tonight as 22-year-old man from Bartholomew County. They have yet to release his name. The Greenwood police chief, however, Eisen, is calling him a hero.
The real hero of the day is the citizen that was lawfully carrying a firearm in that food court and was able to stop this shooter almost as soon as he began.
By the end of Sunday night, authorities already confirmed the gunman was killed at the hands of an armed citizen inside the mall. In the coming days, they would learn the 20-year-old shooter had 2 rifles, a handgun, and several magazines of ammunition. He used one AR-15 style rifle to carry out the shooting. The shooter entered the mall at 4:54 the evening of July 17th and stayed in the food court bathroom for an hour and 2 minutes before carrying out the shooting. The first person killed was 30-year-old Victor Gomez, who was walking into the bathroom as the shooter was coming out. Greenwood police say Gomez was also armed, but was unable to use his gun before being killed. The shooter then fired into the food court, killing 57-year-old Pedro Pineda and his wife, 37-year-old Rosa Miriam Rivera de Pineda. That's when 22-year-old Elijah Dicken, an armed bystander, fired on the shooter from 40 yards away, according to police. Within 15 seconds from when the shooting began, Dicken fired 10 rounds, hitting the shooter as he tried to retreat into the bathroom, but collapsed and died. Dicken's actions within those 15 seconds are something police believe saved multiple lives that day. Family members told our Jenny Runovich he acted without a second thought.
Police, come talk to us. Police, how many people are there?
As police rushed shoppers to Safety Sunday,
Shay Goldman's grandmother was getting frightening calls and texts.
She says, Grandma, I'm okay. She said, but I'm terrified. And then she says, Grandma, what is the world coming to? And she said, I don't think I'll never step a foot in a mall again.
Her granddaughter was in the food court, traumatized but safe, thanks to Shay's boyfriend, Elijah Dicken. The 22-year-old from Seymour took down the mall shooter. Eli's the man police call a hero.
Well, I just know that I'm so proud of him for what he's done. He saved my granddaughter. I know he did. She said on the phone when she called me, she's, Grandma, I'm okay, that Eli pushed me out of the way and told me to get down and to stay down. And everybody should be proud of him, you know what I'm saying, for what he's done. Because if not, there would have been a lot more.
Shay told her grandma she spotted the gunman coming out of the bathroom.
And she said, Grandma, I seen a long gun. And then all of a sudden, Eli told her get down and pushed her. And she said it went from there.
Investigators say Eli, within seconds, stopped the suspect, pulled out the pistol he was carrying under the constitutional carry law, steadied himself against a pole, and fired 10 rounds from 40 yards away. The suspect tried to go back in the bathroom, but instead fell to the ground.
His actions were nothing short of heroic. He engaged the gunman from quite a distance with a handgun, was very proficient in that, very tactically sound, and as he moved to close in on the suspect, he was also motioning for people to exit behind him.
If he didn't stop, do you think of how many people in that food court?
19-year-old Shay, who's in nursing school, took action too, helping a woman shot in the leg.
She said she took her coat off and put a tourniquet around it and waited.
Both young people courageous in chaos, police say, amid deadly trauma at the mall.
I'm glad they're both okay, and I'm glad he did what he did, but we need prayers for him. He needs prayers because that's all. To take somebody's life is hard.
Shoppers and workers at Greenwood Park Mall had one mission: run, hide, get somewhere safe.
We need to leave. People need to get out of the mall because there's something going on.
We heard the noise and we started running, and what was the traumatic part for me was that because of the noise, I started running my aged parents, in-laws with me, and then 2 seconds later, I'm like, I left my in-laws. And then a very kind lady from K Jewelers opened up her shutters. She said, get in, and we crawled in. And
during the danger, like everyone else, she dropped everything. 200 personal items left behind in the food court: clothing, candles, school supplies. Here, days later, people picked up their belongings.
And I've not seen it since. I've not been back to the mall to check.
A surreal and sobering errand for those who witnessed a shooting. This shopper, a bag of shirts. Carson, his ID.
I'm guessing just heat of the moment, they forgot to give it back.
Most of the pickups for material items, but witnesses also shared survival stories, and every single person expressed gratitude to Eli Dicken, the 22-year-old who stopped the gunman.
I find him to be an absolute hero.
He was a godsend. I swear, I felt the presence of God in Eli that day. We would not be alive if it weren't for Eli. I cannot believe it. Can you believe there was an armed citizen there?
As much praise as Eli Dicken got that day, community members reiterated the focus should remain on the lives we lost.
Among the victims in that shooting at the Greenwood Park Mall on Sunday night were a husband and a wife. They were in the food court together having dinner.
And tonight we're learning more about that couple, their family, and a fundraiser to help pay for the funeral expenses. Our Jenny Runovich shares their story.
There's something about sharing a meal that brings people together and helps to heal. It's what the Indianapolis community, native to El Salvador, has always done for neighbors in need. Pedro and Rosa Pineda, often quickest to respond.
They were always like, count us in, we're there. He was the first one here, the last one gone. He was always ready to give. And now it's all of us coming together to help them.
The Pinedas were 2 of 3 people killed when a man opened fire at Greenwood Park Mall. They were having dinner in the food court and, unusually, friends say, didn't have any of their grandkids with them. The couple leaves behind several grandchildren and 8 children, the youngest of whom is 15.
Those are the ones who are really devastated. They lost both of their parents. But not just that, the big hole in the family left behind.
Both from El Salvador, the Pinedas became Hoosiers, hard workers, dedicated parents, caring humans, friends say.
Gathering for family meals a regular tradition.
So they're making pupusas.
So to help pay the couple's funeral expenses, people are invited to a food fundraiser on Saturday.
Authentic Salvadorian food. That's what we're making. That's what we always do.
A tangible tribute to honor their lives, share their culture, and help their family through this sudden, devastating loss.
Enjoy the food. And probably his family's going to be here, so they can be here. If you see somebody, say, you know, how do you feel? And that's the best way we can help that family.
1 week after the shooting, communities came together, honoring the lives of the 3 people gone forever: Victor Gomez, Rosa Miriam Rivera de Pineda, and Pedro Pineda.
Just to show support for the community. Something like this, we're aware it happens, but when it hits home, it kind of shakes you. So just wanted to be here to show our support.
When I've lost somebody I believed in.
Inside Greenwood Amphitheater Park, community members and faith leaders drawn together here through grief.
Marta respondió, ya sé que lo hiciste.
Lifting up prayers for the victims, the survivors, the first responders, after Sunday's mass shooting inside Greenwood Mall Park left many people's faith shaken.
I'm not just here representing Muslim community to convey the sorrow and frustration in the mall incident, but I was there as a father, having Father-Daughter Day there when that happened. Excuse me.
Sharing moments from inside the food court before heading to a shop nearby, suddenly locked down during the shooting.
And I commend first responders, the cars after cars, ambulances coming from each and every direction to take care of that incident. I'm so proud of our first responders, how they reacted. My prayers are for those who responded quickly and swiftly.
Many made it out. 4 people did not. 3 victims and the shooter, a Greenwood man, dead at the hands of an armed bystander who jumped in. But not before 30-year-old Victor Gomez, 37-year-old Rosa Miriam Rivera de Pineda, and her husband, 56-year-old Pedro Pineda, were killed. Their deaths, a hard hit for many.
We are a very close-knit community, and this has devastated everyone. And we want those families to know that we're here for them, and whatever we can do to help them, we're here for them.
Hopeful that by coming together, by lifting their voices, they can grieve as a community.
Let there be peace on earth.
And support the victims' families in this small way, letting them know they're not alone.
Yeah, I think we're so divided in different things, but I think an event like this just allows people to come together and see there's a whole lot more that unites us than separates us.
We still don't know why the shooting happened. The shooter never gave a motive before he died. And the work of healing for the survivors, witnesses, and the man who stopped the shooting has only begun. As we follow this story, we'll continue to update you on WTHR.com and right here on the WTHR app.